Today's episode of The Amazing Nerdiverse is brought to you by Cars. Drive 'em around!
Hello and welcome to The Amazing Nerdiverse. I'm Jeff Grant.
I'm Stephen Tukert.
This is a podcast where we talk about all things good and geeky that make up The Amazing Nerdiverse. We're talking movies, TV shows, video games, comic books, Infinity Wars, wherever they may be in the universe, on Earth, Wakanda, in space, somewhere. We don't know. We haven't seen the movie yet.
North Dakota.
Yeah, I think a big chunk of the third act of Infinity War is going to be in North Dakota.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Okay. I read a lot of spoilers about that.
Okay, yeah. We are mere hours away, probably 2 hours away from seeing Infinity War ourselves.
I'm going to cut this short right now so we can go get in line.
All right, we're done now?
Yeah, that's
okay.
it. That's the end.
All right, we'll see you next time on The Amazing Nerdiverse.
Yeah.
Hit 'em. No, today did not at all go as planned. We had our tickets well in advance for Infinity War. It's Thursday as of this recording. We're going to see it tonight. But my plan,
You're going to bore him with this story, are you?
Yeah,
Ugh,
I am, because I'm pissed.
All right. Hurry up.
Been rewatching all the Marvel movies.
Yep.
My plan was to go see Black Panther earlier in the day today. We did that. Or at least we went and sat in a movie theater for about 30 minutes. Wait. The movie didn't play.
No.
There was audio for the trailers, but no video.
Yeah.
Projectors busted, so we didn't get to see Black Panther. So I'm super pissed about that, because it's the only movie that I haven't gotten to rewatch in this great MCU rewatch going into Infinity War. I was really looking forward to that. That was the last thing I needed to get me super amped up for Infinity War.
Rich white man problems.
Now, yeah, rich, yeah. But yeah, so that's the bummer. But we're seeing Infinity War, so obviously there'll be no spoilers on this episode. It's going to come out after Infinity War comes out. But if you haven't seen the movie yet, if you're one of those weirdos, haven't got around to watching it, don't worry. There'll be no spoilers because we don't know what we're talking about. Like always.
There you go.
According to our iTunes reviewers.
Yeah, according to that one fucking coward. Won't show himself.
Coward.
He is.
That's exactly what you said last time.
Because I looked on it, I can't comment back on it. And if you're wondering, yeah, it still bothers me because I want to pick a fight with him.
You leave us a review on iTunes.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Leave us a positive review.
Yeah, I should say that. More people are like, oh yeah, well he doesn't know what he's talking about. That's for sure.
Unless you want a Twitter fight. Unless you want a Twitter Infinity War, then.
Yeah. All right. Let's go ahead and jump into the news.
No, let's talk about that one dude for about an hour and 30.
I mean, either way, we got 2 hours to go. We might as well spend them doing something. Okay, so first up, do you see the new Solo trailer?
There's a new one?
I mean, this we're catching up on news. We haven't recorded an episode.
Yeah.
So we're basically catching up on all the news since the last time we recorded and stuff.
Yeah,
so
I've seen it.
There was a trailer a week or so ago. New poster, images, stuff like that. But what'd you think of the new Solo trailer?
I liked it.
Are you getting more? Is it the more you see, the more excited you are for the movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely where I'm at. Because
before I didn't really care, but I'd see a couple things of them. Like, all right.
Yeah.
I'm interested.
I mean, Lando. They had me at Childish Gambino as Lando.
I don't care about. I like that character, but I don't know what Childish Gambino is. I'm not in
Donald
on
Glover.
On this. I know who he is,
Yeah.
but I'm not in on this craze, and I'm not gonna be.
I should have said Donald Glover. I said Childish Gambino, but I mean
that annoyed me.
Yeah, I know it did. Childish Gambino is more of like the kind of swagger that Donald Glover can bring to a Lando type role, because we don't see him get to play that gear too much in a lot of movies. That kind of that swagger and that confidence and stuff like that. He's usually playing a lot more chill type character or something like that, or a character like almost a cartoony type character like Troy in Community. But yeah, I think he's gonna crush in this movie. I think he's gonna be the standout part. Him and Chewbacca. Still on the fence about Alden Ehrenreich. I think he's gonna be fine as Han Solo. But that's the thing with this movie. I'm looking forward to the characters. I'm looking forward to Han Solo, Chewbacca. In that case, I'm more excited about seeing Donald Glover as opposed to the character of Lando, which is the only one in that instance. I mean, well, as far as the returning characters, I'm excited about seeing the other actors in there, like Woody Harrelson, Emilia Clarke, Thandie Newton, all of them.
All them?
Yeah, all them. But the trailer, like, the more I see of this, the more excited I am. Like, this trailer was really cool looking. There's a lot of stuff going on. Seeing them putting together the band to pull off some heist. We're going to see little bits of that backstory that we always heard about in there, and I'm excited to see that.
I feel like it might be one of those things where, like, what if it's not as interesting as, like, it doesn't live up to the hype of, like, don't you think with some things it's better just to hear about it than...
Yeah, but, like, well, okay.
How exciting can this Kessel Run really be?
Got to be more exciting than just the 2 words, because that's all we've known for this whole time. It's just the Kessel Run.
How fast is one parsec?
I don't even know what it means.
How fast is a parsec?
I know. It's like...
They got to make me care.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's got to mean something.
Like,
and
I've always wanted to know what the hell that meant.
Nothing. He just... When he wrote it down, he said, I don't know, here's a word.
Yeah.
That's all it meant.
Well, now we're going to find out what the hell the Kessel Run in 12 parsecs. Like, because
it's going to mean he ran down the block to get like a slice of pizza, space pizza.
Yeah, it's not a measure. Parsec's not a measure of time. It's a measure of distance. That's what makes it more confusing to me. So, like, what does that mean?
It's just going to be like 12 city blocks.
Okay.
Because if it's 12 miles, that's like, that's too much.
In a spaceship.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, so there was also a brand new Venom trailer.
Yeah.
Excited for that.
I am.
A lot of the scenes in this trailer all seem like they're in one big chunk of the movie.
Yeah.
It looks like it's a couple soldier guys kind of chasing, like mercenary types, hired guns, like kind of chasing after Eddie Brock.
They want their property back.
Yeah, but all the scenes all look like it's part of that same chase.
Yeah.
And then at the very end, you finally see Venom in all his symbiote glory.
Yarp.
That's cool.
It looks really cool.
Yeah.
That's a lot of teeth.
Yeah.
In that mouth.
Did you? Yeah,
It's got 2 rows. I paused it.
Yeah. Yeah, Venom's always he's a very toothy character.
He's a toothy mother...
I'm excited. I'm really hoping Tom Holland makes some kind of an appearance.
Who?
Tom Holland, Spider-Man.
Oh.
You're wearing head-to-toe Spider-Man gear over there.
I couldn't hear you.
Over how loud that hoodie is.
Yeah. Well, I thought you were trying to say Tom Hardy.
Oh.
I thought you fucked up.
No, I didn't.
I was really upset about that.
You were trying to point out me fucking up.
I was. Now I'm angry.
You got a little too big for your Spider-Man britches over there.
You know what? I'm done with all this. I don't need this.
There's been a rumor.
I'm 31.
Okay.
And I don't know how much. I'm 32 next year. I'm a man. I'm a man.
There's a rumor that I'm curious to see. Okay, so there have been rumors of Tom Holland appearing here for a while, but there's also been a rumor that Woody Harrelson might be playing Cletus Cassidy, a.k.a. Carnage. I think he's going to have a small appearance and then tease up for a sequel.
How old is he?
I'm not sure. Let me look it up.
Looking it up. Looking it up. Looking how old Woody Harrelson is. Is he 50 or is he 60?
He's 56.
Right in the middle-ish.
Yeah.
I got kind of close.
That's fine. I don't know. Carnage is a character that, like, it's just kind of... It always goes, like, hand in hand with Venom for me. And if you're going to do Venom, you might as well do Carnage. And I could see Woody Harrelson pulling it off. For me...
Yeah, but how long?
You don't need him to do it that long. You just do him in one movie. It's fine.
I
don't need every character always popping back up again and again. There's some characters that I do for sure want that.
Yeah.
Like, I want to see... Like, the Spider-Man villains, like Vulture and all them, I want to see them come back as part of, like...
So not Carnage?
No, but, like,
no?
I mean, Carnage, you kind of get what you get it. And the one go.
Kind of like him being around a bit.
Venom is a character I'd like to be around a bit.
Uh-huh.
Carnage, either way. I mean, if he comes back again later, whatever. It's going to be mostly CG anyway. I don't know if he's going to be doing motion cap the same way that, like, I think Tom Hardy's going to be doing a lot of motion cap for Venom.
Yeah.
But, yeah, we'll see. There's a bunch of other characters that are reportedly being considered for...
In Venom?
For Marvel movies in general. Kevin Feige, of course, he's promoting Infinity War, so he's been talking a bunch about things and just getting asked about a lot of stuff.
You give me the character? No, wait. You have actors, or...
No, it's just 3 comic book characters that are... The names have come up in discussions at Marvel.
Would I know these characters?
Some of them, yeah.
You give me a character, I'm going to try to put the actor that's being thought about.
Okay, Nova.
Who would be a good
Ooh,
John
I just
Hamm?
thought of one. John Hamm would make pretty much anything, from my opinion. I love John Hamm.
Idris Elba.
I want him to see him play a superhero. He's already in the Marvel Universe.
Let him do both.
You know who I just thought of?
Who?
And none of these have actors attached or rumored or anything. This is just... People have been asking Kevin Feige questions like, we think we might get this movie, and he basically just keeps saying that they're all being considered. But Nova, Moon Knight, and Eternals. Mm-hmm. The Eternals.
I don't know what the Eternals is.
I don't know much about them. They're super cosmic-y. I think they're kind of along the lines of like the New Gods. They're kind of Marvel's answer to New Gods. As far as I know, didn't do a whole lot of research. We got a lot of stuff to cover. I wanted to try to get through some stuff. But for Nova, what I just thought of, you know who was in the running for Star-Lord when they were doing the first movie?
Glenn Howerton?
Yeah. What if they made him Nova?
What's who is Nova? Like, what's the...
Nova they're basically Marvel's answer to like the DC, to the Green Lanterns kind of. Yeah. Where there's like, it's like, you know, we saw the Nova Corps in Guardians of the Galaxy. Nova is just a particular one of those, just like Hal Jordan is a particular Green Lantern. Richard Rider, I believe is his name, is the original Nova character, and then later on there was like, you know, there was a new guy came on, I think it was a Sam Alexander or something like that, and that's the version that's in the Ultimate Spider-Man animated show, which is where I kind of saw the most of that character. But I think it's a cool character that they could work into that whole cosmic Marvel universe that they're trying to build out now. And Eternals would add to that as well. Moon Knight was hinted at in Winter Soldier.
Was he?
Yeah, remember when Agent Sitwell, when they had him on the rooftop and they were interrogating him, and he said, guys like Stephen Strange or there's some news anchor in Cairo, as a reference to Moon Knight.
Oh.
There's a lot of those.
Is Moon Knight a news anchor?
I think that's what I always heard that was a reference to him. I don't know much about Moon Knight. I have a giant trade paperback that I haven't got broken into yet, but it's his first, like, it's the Epic collection that they're like huge, like, you know, thick ass, like 500-page collections of like all of his first stuff. So been meaning to crack that open and get into it because I hear a lot of good stuff about Moon Knight, but I haven't read anything specifically other than like just a couple of appearances and stuff. I think I read some Ultimate Spider-Man stuff with Moon Knight in it, and he's been in video games and stuff like that. But I think he would really fit in the Netflix universe more so than anything. Which Kevin Feige didn't really confirm that they're working on that as a film, just, you know, something they're talking about. Let's talk about CinemaCon. A lot of stuff came out of CinemaCon this past weekend.
What that?
It's, you know, cinema convention.
First thing, I don't know about a whole convention for cinnamon.
No, not CinemaCon. That's next month. That's next month.
The look on your face was like you were like a genuine like, oh no, not that one.
No, come on. I didn't go to CinemaCon.
That's next.
I'm going to CinemaCon. I never miss it.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch Con.
8 years running, never miss a year. All right. First up, we got some description of some Aquaman footage.
Bullshit.
Comicbook.com wrote up a whole thing. I'm just going to go through the highlights because it's a lengthy little chunk of stuff. But they're talking about, you know, you're seeing ships going through the water, gladiatorial match.
Toy.
The ship enters Atlantis, and you see like a bunch of ships and stuff. I can't wait to see that first glimpse of just like Atlantis.
Yeah.
We saw some underwater stuff and a little bit of Atlantis, little hint at it, but I want to see like that like Phantom Menace shot of like them going down into the Gungan.
I want to see him fight like an octopus.
Yeah.
Like a big old octopus.
What else you got? You got
stabs him in the head.
You got an Ocean Master in the Coliseum. He's like rallying the crowd against his brother. He's going to challenge him for the throne.
Punk bitch.
God. You see a younger Aquaman like training on a beach. He's like, he catches they say the quident because it's like a 5-pronged trident. You see him lift a submarine from the water. You see him kicking ass inside the sub.
Smart.
You see him tell Mira that, you know, he has a blood instrument and he's damn good at it.
Cool.
She begs him to help so millions of people don't die, stuff like that. Get a glimpse of William Dafoe's character, Volko. You get some, I think it says he's at a leathery black costume. Don't know if that's Volko or...
That should be good in the water.
Yeah, right? Wet leather.
Ugh. Wet jeans are hard enough.
Black Manta. They said Black Manta looks ripped from a comic book, which is the greatest news ever. That's the thing I'm most excited about seeing in this movie. That is a character that I just love.
Yeah.
That look. It's like top 5 like villain looks in comics, like for me, up there with like Deathstroke and Deadshot and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And there's like a war between an army on foot underwater and men riding sharks.
Smart.
Yes, please. And then finally, they say the Ocean Master promises to bring the wrath of the 7 seas.
Okay.
So I'm looking forward to this. It sounds like they're Ocean Master, as they've told us, is the main antagonist, but we're gonna get to see some Black Manta. Seeing him in the costume, it sounds like it's not gonna be a thing where we just see him and at the very end he puts on the costume, which waited long enough for this movie. I feel like I've been waiting my whole life for an Aquaman movie.
Me too.
And that's not being ironic. We both love Aquaman.
Yeah,
We've been talking about it for a long time about wanting to see an Aquaman movie. Also, a movie that I never thought we'd see, another one, Shazam.
Mm-hmm.
They showed some footage of, Zachary Levi's Shazam and Mark Strong's Dr. Savani using kind of force push superpowers.
Like
they showed some footage at CinemaCon.
Oh.
Yeah, this is all stuff that we haven't seen yet.
Okay, gotcha.
But okay, as far as into the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, they revealed the villains. Miles Morales is going to be taking on Kingpin.
Okay.
The Prowler, the 616 version of the Prowler named Hobart Brown, not the Ultimate version, Aaron Davis, which is who Donald Glover played in Homecoming, and who is the uncle of Miles Morales in the Ultimate comics. So it looks like it's the classic version of the Prowler from the original comics, and the Ultimate Green Goblin, the one that's like the big hulking monster.
Yeah, it's like a monster.
Yeah. Showed some Ant-Man and the Wasp footage. There was a bunch of stuff about that. We'll be seeing a lot more of that as in the coming weeks.
I want to see Mark Hamill play Dr. Octopus.
Yeah, we've talked about that.
I just really the more I've thought about it, the more I like that idea.
Oh yeah, me too. I'm completely 100%. I don't want to see anybody else at this point.
Because for a long time, it was Alfred Molina just kind of knocked it out of the park with that one.
I liked his performance and everything. As far as visually, he didn't quite look perfect for me. Mm-hmm. Just because I don't know, I wanted to see someone a little more squat and like
Danny DeVito.
No,
is it too far the other way?
No, that's too far the other way. I just want to see someone.
John Cena.
I'm not saying that. No, I'm not saying that
swole ass Dr. Octopus.
I think it's weird, but I think Mark Hamill has the right shaped head for me. Okay. It's such a dumb statement, I know, but I see that head. It just the shape of his head with that haircut and those glasses. I could totally see him as Dr. Octopus.
Yeah.
But anyway, Ant-Man and the Wasp. There's a lot of stuff talking to them, but one thing I pointed out is Scott Lang and Lawrence Fishburne's character Bill Foster, which in the comics is Goliath.
Or Goliath.
Yeah. Talk about them comparing size record.
Oh.
And Scott says he got up to 65 feet. Uh-huh. And Bill Foster says he got up to 21 feet.
Uh-huh.
So looks like Bill Foster is straight up Goliath in this, or at least he's already experimenting with the growing technology and stuff. Mm. So I'm excited for that. That's another character I want to see in this. And the more they start opening up these things and getting some of these more characters, the more excited I am, because we've been waiting all these years for Infinity War, but there's still going to be movies after this. And what else comes next? How do you expand this universe even more?
If Ant-Man were to turn into Giant Man, could he just punt Thanos off into space?
See, Thanos is powerful, so Ant-Man is just as strong as a person in most cases.
Right, but if he
so that's the thing I don't understand. When he
feet.
Shrinks down, he's still as strong as he was. Mm-hmm. But when he grows, he's ripping planes in half and stuff like that. So
he's extra strong.
I guess. I don't know.
So that means he could probably punt Thanos off into space.
Maybe.
Right? I mean, that stands to reason.
Hopefully.
I want to see Stan Lee in that Hulkbuster costume.
Yeah.
And just fucking deck Thanos across just once. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
One good. Then he hops back out of the suit, says Excelsior, and runs off.
Yeah. Excelsior. Solo footage was shown. A clip from Solo was shown at CinemaCon. They showed the Sabacc game between Han and Lando.
The what?
The Sabacc game. Where
they
gamble for the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah.
So that scene is for sure in the movie. I mean, we all know it would be, but it's exciting to hear that.
Yeah. But how exciting can that be? Like a card game for that.
Where you know the outcome?
Yeah.
I think it's all about how the characters play it. It's all about just like seeing that and just knowing what's happening and all that stuff. So they showed some footage from some live-action Disney movies. There's 3 live-action Disney movies that are coming pretty soon.
Lion King?
That's one of them, but you got Tim Burton's Dumbo, which the classic is.
I don't like that movie.
You don't like Dumbo?
No, that and Pinocchio, that really creeped me out as a kid. I really hate it.
I haven't. I like last year I revisited like as many. I think I watched a Disney movie a day in like December or something like that, and I didn't get to Pinocchio, but I watched just about all the other ones that I have.
Because like my sister-in-law, they put Pinocchio on for the kids.
Yeah.
And I was watching a little bit. I was like, ooh, I really don't.
No, wait, that creeped you out at this age? I thought you were talking about when you were a kid. Oh.
Yeah. It was like I hated it when I was a kid, and then watching it, I was like, ooh, it just puts me in a bad mood. The part with the whale, especially.
Yeah. You
know what I'm talking about? It's just something about that animation is just like
haunting.
Yeah, it's too much for a kid. Too much for me. I didn't like it. I was like, ugh. You like when innocent people and children get hurt, so you probably like it.
When it's you. Yeah.
That's what you like. You like that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
I saw you salivating when we were watching It. Like, yeah, get him, Pennywise.
Well, I just picture you just like 7 little kids with your heads on their face.
It's gonna be a new movie that our guy makes.
Yeah, I don't know if this is the same Dumbo movie, but no, never mind. That's Pinocchio.
Pinocchio.
I think Guillermo del Toro was gonna do a Pinocchio movie at one point. I think there's still a movie in development where Robert Downey Jr. is gonna play Geppetto, but I don't know where it falls.
What Marvel movie would you have Guillermo del Toro do? Because like he's all into that.
I would have him do like something horror based, something with Blade and
not X-Men.
That'd be kind of cool.
Sure, he would treat Beast real well.
Yeah, but I want to see him do like a bunch of monsters.
Isn't
I want to see.
Beast still your boy?
Beast's my boy. I love Beast, and he would do great with that. But I want to see him do like something with Ghost Rider and Blade.
Ghost Rider would be good.
And Werewolf by Night and all those type of spooky characters.
Spooky crisps.
So yeah, they showed footage from Dumbo, Guy Ritchie's Aladdin, and Jon Favreau's The Lion King. From what I hear, Genie is not blue. That's probably not going to go over with people too well. I mean, I like Will Smith. I know, but like, I mean, you're stepping into Robin Williams' shoes, and that's just never going to win. It's never going to win. He's never going to win that, and he's not blue, and that's already a huge try. He is. Yeah.
I mean, I guess he doesn't need to be blue. You know what? I'm all right.
He doesn't need to be blue, but I just know that people. I don't care, but I know that people on the internet are going to lose their shit about it.
Like for a split second, I was like, "Oh, he's not going to be blue," but then I'm like thinking about it, like, do you need it?
It doesn't matter one way or the other.
It might take you out of it if he's just colored blue. Like,
yeah.
I guess not. I don't care either way. I'll see it.
I don't care, but I know that people on the internet, he's not blue. Fuck this movie.
The movie's not called Genie.
Yeah, it's called Aladdin, bro.
Yeah, brah.
And Aladdin is blue, so.
so Aladdin's blue.
Yeah, they fucked that up. But yeah, and then
the Genie is Willem Dafoe.
Yeah, for The Lion King, they showed the Circle of Life thing at the beginning.
Just a circle?
Yeah, just a circle.
That's boring.
No, they showed that opening sequence and like they showed this at D23 a while back. So this is the second time they've shown that sequence to the public. I really want to see it. I want them to release that. That's just.
So it's just a bunch of animated animals?
Yeah.
Okay. I just need to see more in order to.
Did you see The Jungle Book? You still haven't seen that, have you?
No. Do you have it?
That's why. Yeah, I do.
Okay.
That's why you're not excited for this movie because Jungle Book is really good.
For that one, it's Mowgli interacting with all the no.
Yeah, it is, but I don't give a shit about Mowgli.
Well, no, I mean nobody does, but
Andy Serkis does.
Why? Because they're Mowgli.
No, he's playing. He directed that other Jungle Book movie that's coming out later this year called Mowgli. It's closer to Jungle Book. is based on a book by Rudyard Kipling, and then they made a Disney movie version, Disneyfied version, but they've done a bunch of other versions. There's been a million versions of Jungle Book over the years.
Is Mowgli Tarzan?
No, he's basically Tarzan, but
shouldn't he be?
Yeah.
Could you watch Jungle Book and then go watch Tarzan?
Sure.
Like, that's their connected universe?
I mean, Tarzan's white.
Oh, that's right. That doesn't make sense. Well, it makes sense.
It makes sense within the story of it because it was just a British family. And
yeah, within that story. Yeah. But does he need to be a white dude again? That's why I think, like, a lot of the MCU characters, like, all of them, like, if you're a black guy or, like, a woman in the Infinity War, you're going to be just fine. I think they're going to kind of clean house a little bit. Like, all right, we got enough straight white dudes.
Yeah, that's probably a good call.
You know what I mean?
Got to be worried about all the...
Yeah.
I think, because I've been thinking about characters they could kill off. I think Black Widow would have been a potential if we haven't been hearing so much talk about them trying to do a Black Widow solo movie.
But she could still die, and that movie's
No, yeah, you're right. You know
what I mean?
Yeah, actually, you're dead on. Speaking of that, I want to say I did hear some rumors that I didn't... It was talking about the possibility, some of the stuff they've been talking about doing, and it would take place in 2 different time periods.
Yep.
One being right before Iron Man 2, and the other being like in her 15 years in the past or something like that. Mm-hmm. And there was talk about Winter Soldier appearing, but there's also talk about Daredevil being in it. And I'm like, that does not match up time-wise. Because the Daredevil in the MCU is, he came about in 2015, 2016. Wouldn't make sense to have him... All we know for sure is the Daredevil came about after Avengers.
Yeah.
Because they referenced that. And so it wouldn't make sense time-wise. He'd be 12 years old in that time period.
What time do you want to leave your house?
Don't worry about it. I'm keeping track of time.
Are you?
It's 7, dude. We got 2 hours. I got this. I know. We're gonna leave plenty of time.
Okay. Those texts I've gotten from you, like, oh, I missed a movie. I missed it.
I'm not gonna miss shit. We got the tickets.
I miss one frame.
We got our seats. Our seats are taken care of. All we got to do is just stroll in that bitch and sit in our seats.
If I miss one frame,
you're not gonna miss a fucking thing.
If I miss one Infinity Stone,
you're not gonna miss shit.
You're going to need to get the other 5 Infinity Stones.
You're going to miss the whole fucking movie if you don't shut up, because I'm going to kick your ass. All right. Got some... this is still CinemaCon. We keep taking tangents, but...
Infinity Snow Cones.
Yeah. I don't know. Paramount CEO Jim Giannopoulos, he's revealed a couple of movies that are in development. One is a Cloverfield sequel, a sequel to the first Cloverfield movie, which I'm all about. Fine, yeah, do that. I love the first one, and I love 10 Cloverfield Lane. I haven't seen Paradox yet. I've heard a lot of mixed things. I haven't gotten around to it, but I'll see it eventually.
Carla didn't like Cloverfield Lane. I forget what she didn't like about it, but she was like, she wanted more from the... I don't think the ending surprised her enough.
Yeah.
I think...
Yeah, it didn't really take a turn that's super shocking.
Yeah, I didn't care either way.
Yeah.
When I was watching it.
I mean, for me, I just liked it. I liked the character stuff. I liked the stuff with John Goodman was awesome.
I think John Goodman was the right choice of actor because he's so likable.
Yeah.
Just in general.
But he's a good enough actor to make you not like him in that role when you need him to. So yeah, sequel to Cloverfield. I'd be curious. I love that, that movie when it came out. A sequel to A Quiet Place, which...
A Loud Place.
Yeah, it's going to be loud. It's just popping in this one.
I haven't seen A Quiet Place yet.
It is awesome.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's so good.
My mom said I'm not allowed to see it.
There's probably 10 lines of dialogue in the whole movie. It's awesome.
Must have been easy to write.
Yeah. It's all action. But, yeah, it's great. I could see them doing more sequels, it's set in the same universe, I think the story that they tell in this one is fine, but I would rather see jump to somewhere else because this is something that's going on all around the world. So
is it going to be Dwight?
Oh my god, that would be amazing! Just each Quiet Place movie is one of the people from The Office.
I just can't wait till we get to Kevin.
That's gonna be the best one, or Creed. And then I don't think Quiet Place needs a sequel, but I'd be open for it.
We're currently rewatching all The Office.
Yeah.
There's one scene in a break room where Jim is kind of egging on Dwight, talking about an apocalypse type thing, And then Dwight gives like a rundown real quick of like, oh, Pam will be a slave. You'll be dead within the first whatever. And then he's like, Meredith will do just fine. that part just always makes me laugh.
Yeah. That'd have been great if she like had a cameo in A Quiet Place and you see it, she's just doing fine. And then finally, 2 new Star Trek films are in development.
Star Trek.
2 new Star Trek films.
And
I don't know if this is one of those things where they're just going to have different people working on different versions, and then whichever one comes together first or they like better, they're going to go, we'll make this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Or if they're looking to make 2 more Star Trek movies. Hope so, because Star Trek is a huge universe. They can do a lot of stuff with that. And
I like Star Trek.
we know that Tarantino had an idea that he pitched and that people are going to work on. We also know that there was the 4th movie, there was to be a sequel to Beyond, and there was talk of Chris Hemsworth coming back to reprise his role as was it George Kirk?
I can't remember at the moment.
But yeah, and Simon Pegg was one of the writers on the 3rd one. I think he might be involved in some scripting at some point on a sequel. I don't know, but I'm excited. I've been thinking a lot lately about just the idea of them. What if they go back and do The Next Generation and do
that'd be a good idea.
A new version of that within this new universe? Mm-hmm. They could have them going concurrently. Just like Star Wars. Like every year, one year would be a Next Generation, one year would be the classic version.
You do a crossover.
Yeah,
that'd be fun.
Yeah, they should do that. Hey there, Jeff, jumping in here with some breaking news. That's probably old news to you at this point when you're hearing this, but during our record for the episode, when we're talking about Star Trek, it was breaking news that they hired a director for the next Star Trek movie. It is S.J. Clarkson, who directed episodes of Dexter, Bates Motel, Jessica Jones. She will be the first female to direct a Star Trek movie. That's really cool. J.D. Payne and Patrick McKay wrote the screenplay, and J.J. Abrams and Bad Robot are producing it. This is coming from Variety. Justin Kroll from Variety had exclusive. I think that's really cool. We were just talking about Star Trek and what the future might be. And there's 2 films in development. We don't know what the other might be, but so far we know who's working on the next Star Trek movie, Star Trek 4. All right, back to your regularly scheduled old bullshit. But
I set phasers to fun.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Do you get it?
No, not really.
You see, because
you can explain it to me later.
That was rude.
We only got 2 hours. The final thing out of CinemaCon is there was a bunch of stuff I might be missing. I think there was some Halloween footage shown and stuff like that.
You like that kind of shit?
Yeah.
People getting hurt. That's what you like.
I like good movies.
Yeah, you like, people being killed. You like that.
Yeah.
Because you're messed up.
I know someone who's going to be next. So the last one I want to talk about, Glass, the sequel to Unbreakable, and spoiler alert, Split. They showed a trailer for it, and on paper, I don't know how I feel about this, but apparently it was really good. But this is what this was described as. It was Mr. Glass, Samuel L. Jackson's character, Bruce Willis's character, David Dunn, and James McAvoy's character, Kevin Wendell Crumb, aka the Horde, which is the kind of like the code name they give him in that movie. Have you seen Split?
No.
He's got like he's got like 20 something personalities and stuff.
That's too many.
And the code name is the Horde. You don't meet all of them in the movie, but they just say he's got that many. You meet about like a handful, like 5 or 6.
Mm-hmm.
But it leaves it open for sequel, and you can explore some other.
Is one of his personalities like he just wants to mind his own business?
Yeah.
Just kind of like just a normal like.
I think so.
Like he works at, I don't know, like Target.
It's just he just whatever he does, he just disappears and just goes work at Target for a little while. I'd watch that movie too. But yeah, and then one of his personalities is called the Beast, and it's like the one that kind of has superpowers and stuff. And but basically, the trailer they showed shows all 3 of these characters together in a mental institution for humans that believe they have superpowers.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know if this is like, you remember that episode of Smallville where like he was in a insane asylum and it was like all the
yeah,
and it was like all these clues that like he had just got.
Mm-hmm.
He just made up this whole story as like a fabrication. That's what it kind of sounds like.
That episode bummed me out.
Yeah, it did.
I was like, is this?
No, it's never gonna be that. But I like those kind of episodes where they write it to a way is like, that's interesting. Like maybe he did get all of it. Yeah, I like that kind of thing. But so I don't know what the movie's going to be. That's just what they described this trailer as. But but everyone who saw it has said positive things about it from what I read. And so if they like it, I can't wait to see what that is. We'll probably see a trailer pretty soon.
Are they going to add a third villain for him?
I don't know.
Because all these years he's just got two dudes.
Yeah.
One that he can easily snap in half, and the other one's just kind of...
Who could probably snap him in half?
Not necessarily.
He's a beast.
Is he?
Yeah, but he's unbreakable. I don't know.
Oh.
We'll see. He can kill other people, though. People can still kill Superman's loved ones just because he's super strong. They can still get to him.
That's true.
Get him. Get him where it hurts.
Right in the mustache.
Yeah. It Chapter 2 has added some cast members. Speaking of James McAvoy has been cast as Bill Denbrough. Stutterin' Bill, like the main leader of the Losers Club. And Bill Hader has been cast as Richie Tozier, Finn Wolfhard's character, the one that's always cracking jokes and stuff.
That works.
They're joining Jessica Chastain, who's already been confirmed as Beverly Marsh. So far, 3 out of 7? 3 out of 7. I'm liking this casting. Interestingly, Bill Hader. In my mind, I was like, Bill Hader, like he was the one person who I was like, yeah, I would love to see Bill Hader play Bill, the leader character. I don't know, for some reason it just looked right to me. It matched up like, oh, Bill Hader looks like it'd be an older version of this character. But as far as Bill Hader's like performances and just voice work and stuff like that, like he'd be perfect for an adult version of Richie Tozier. So I did want to address some stuff about New Mutants. They're doing reshoots and stuff for New Mutants and Dark Phoenix or whatever. It's really weird. Like the story from what we hear is originally it was planned to be a horror movie, and then they kind of scaled back that a bit. And the director, Josh Boone, directed like The Fault in Our Stars and some young adult type stuff. And I think he was really wanting to go for a straight up horror movie, but they kind of pulled him back a little bit from that. And now it seems like, they're the new reshoots. Charlie Heaton, who's playing Cannonball in the movie, he's told in an interview with EW that these new reshoots are about like making it like a full on horror movie, which is cool. And there's also talk they're supposed to be adding a new character in these reshoots. I don't know who the new character is, but the one character for me that kind of bugged me that was missing was a character named Karma. She is one of the founding. She's actually the first New Mutant. If you read the comics, she has like a one shot issue that like takes place before the New Mutants thing. So she was kind of introduced before any of the other New Mutants.
How much money is this movie costing now?
I don't imagine it's too much as far as like what they've spent before, because very, very low budget. Like I think they're kind of going for the Deadpool route. Like the first Deadpool didn't cost a shit ton of money.
All right.
But so Karma is a character, or they could be adding Warlock, who is another popular character, who is an alien space creature, who's kind of almost Groot looking a little bit. He's a giant, but it's like weird. The artwork for these old New Mutants comics is awesome and trippy and weird and stuff. And Warlock looks really cool in those old issues. But he kind of almost looks like a cybernetic type tree thing with like a lot of gizmos and gadgets and stuff like that. But I don't know. And finally, the last thing we'll talk on this episode, before we jump off and run off see Infinity War. Boop! That was way too loud. Just an update on the Disney Fox merger. This is via Deadline. There was a I don't know what it was. It was some kind of speaking engagement or something where the Fox president Peter Rice was talking to employees, and he said that the deal, the Marvel Fox deal, is expected to officially be finalized by the end of summer 2019, but it could be approved as early as spring 2019. And Kevin Feige has talked a lot about he still, as far as what he's telling people, they haven't officially started working on anything that they don't 100% own right now. Because
I'm pretty sure they've had like contingency plans.
Yeah.
For like a bunch of characters.
Yeah.
Because that's like what they think that they had for Spider-Man. Like, if we don't get him by this, we could still do this.
Yeah. Well, that was like, I was reading some trivia and stuff on IMDb just about all the movies as I was rewatching them. And just one of the things about Civil War that I found interesting was they had a complete version of the movie without Spider-Man.
You could, yeah.
And
because you just throw in a different character.
Yeah, and basically Black Panther was that whole part of that movie, and he just kind of took up a whole like chunk of the movie. And then when they were like, oh, we can use Spider-Man, they just decided to keep Black Panther in there as he was, and just kind of sprinkle Spider-Man in there a little bit. And I think it worked what they did.
Oh yeah.
But I hope they have these more plans like this for.
Isn't that crazy that they throw in those two characters amongst all the other stuff that was going on in there?
Yeah. We're gonna get to see all of those characters and more again tonight.
All of them. Finally
seeing the Guardians join those characters. Finally seeing Doctor Strange join those characters.
That's crazy.
Seeing who else? Who else is in there?
All of them.
Some of the other characters. Hulk and Thor are back.
Good.
Like we didn't get to see them in Civil War. So much going on. So exciting. Can't wait for it. But
I don't want to see it anymore.
Yeah.
I almost legitimately don't want to see it just because I'm worried.
By all means, fuck off. I'll go see it by myself. So yeah. Another thing that Kevin Feige talked about is that they are not going to reveal any of the Phase 4 films until next year. So that's interesting to me. I think there's probably what it sounds like when we didn't get to see Black Panther, we went and had lunch. And one of the things we talked about was they're up to about 3 films a year now.
Yeah.
As of last year, they had 3 films. They had Guardian, Spider-Man: Homecoming, and Thor: Ragnarok. This year, they had Black Panther, Infinity War, and Ant-Man and the Wasp. Next year, we just got Captain Marvel and Avengers 4. So, will we get another film next year?
Maybe.
If anything, maybe the sequel to Spider-Man: Homecoming. Around late summer or maybe around November-ish, because they've been doing films.
I think that they would definitely wait to do like a Black Panther sequel, just so they can get the story right. Well, that's something you don't want to rush.
Yeah, and I also heard that basically they're holding up Black Panther whenever Ryan Coogler wants to come back to do it.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, but they're starting to shoot
whenever he wants to make all the money again.
Yeah, they're starting to shoot Spider-Man this summer, July.
Really?
So I think that might be the next film. I think that's the first. What I've heard is that's going to be the first film to kind of kick off.
Is Thanos a part of Avengers 4?
Yeah, he's in it, but we don't know for sure what the story is. So we don't know if it's gonna be like all about killing him or something like that. We don't know what Avengers 4 is. Oh, God. Yeah, that's the other. There's
too many questions in my mind.
Yeah, can't go over them all now. Yeah, there's so much. Yeah, so that's a question. So we know a couple of movies. We know Spider-Man. We know we'll eventually get a Black Panther 2. We know we'll eventually get a Doctor Strange 2 and a Guardians 3. Those 4 films for sure. Yeah. But they're not announcing anything until sometime next year. They're not going to be at Comic-Con this year.
I really like Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Because his name's Steven. Even though he spells it wrong.
Yeah.
I like Captain America too.
Yeah. It's just Steve.
Yeah. I go by Steve. When I hit 30, I was like, I can go by Steve.
Yeah, you did not like that for the longest time.
I didn't like Steve. But then when I turned 30, I was like, I'm all right with Steve.
Yeah.
It's like a 30-year-old's name. Steve.
Yeah, so I'm curious to see what they're going to announce.
Who would you... I'm going to give you 2 actors.
Okay.
And you throw them into the MCU.
Okay.
Bill Murray.
Bill Murray.
Who would you have him?
I would love if Bill Murray... I don't know. I don't know for sure because I don't know much about this world. Now you can
do just voice of a thing or whatever.
I would love Bill Murray to play another like celestial type character or like
a Guardians.
No, what do they call it? The Celestials? It's the like Grandmaster and
one of those.
And Collector. I'd like him to be like one of their brothers. Because you know what? I think how you love Bill Murray.
Yeah.
I think my Bill Murray is Jeff Goldblum.
Jeff Goldblum?
I think Jeff Goldblum is that guy delights me to no end. I fucking love that guy. Jurassic Park's one of my favorite movies of all time.
Right.
It's up there like number 1.
Yeah. Oh, is that your...
I think, yeah. Okay. Yeah, growing up, that was my jam. I mean, I still love that movie.
Jurassic Park tattoo.
Okay. That's great logo.
There you go.
I'd do
on
that.
your ass.
Yeah.
Let's go tonight.
Okay, I don't give a fuck.
We could squeeze that in before Infinity War.
I'll get the logo on one cheek and the other cheek is Jeff Goldblum with the shirt open and stuff.
There you go.
He was so great in Thor Ragnarok. I love that character.
Mm-hmm.
Really hoping it comes back for Infinity War.
There's a lot of people in this movie.
In the comics, in Thanos Quest, which I've been revisiting some of that stuff, I haven't gotten as far as I'd like to. But in that, Thanos has to visit both the Collector and the Grand Master to get 2 of the Infinity Stones. And we know that the Collector has one of them. I don't know anything about what Grand Master's up to since the post-credit scene of him like, oh yeah, well, it's a tie. Like the Revolution.
Oh.
Yeah, Jeff Goldblum was my jam. You said 2 actors. You said Bill Murray.
John Goodman.
John Goodman's got a great voice.
He really does.
He would be great as like just the voice of like some CGI type character, or whatever. Like
Ben Grimm.
Galactus. John Goodman
Voicing Ben Grimm.
If we started with Fantastic Four, no origin story, and just Ben Grimm just was Ben Grimm all the time.
Yeah.
Yes, that would be amazing if John Goodman was the voice.
I got some chills.
Yeah.
I really like that idea.
Yeah. Who else you got for me? I'll do this all day.
I like that. I'm thinking of him saying it's clobbering time. Get a little teary-eyed. It hadn't even happened yet.
Oh, good Lord. Think we're going to get any Fantastic Four references in this anymore? I think there's 2 possibilities. But what do you think?
I think, if anything, they'll sprinkle it to be like, hey, in the future, we'll get to it.
I mean,
they could set up the Avengers Tower as, that's going to be the Baxter Building.
That was one of them I was going to say. I want it to be Baxter Building more than anything else, but they could either do Baxter Building or they could do Oscorp. One of those 2.
Oscorp is good.
Yeah.
If anything...
Honestly, to me, the outside of the building looks more like an Oscorp kind of thing for me. But I want it to be the Baxter Building because I just like the idea of like the way that shit was set up inside. Just the Fantastic Four.
That would make more sense because I think as soon as Osborn starts fucking shit up, Peter would be like, "Hey, I know you put some kind of safe code in this whole building.
Yeah,
can you just?"
That's true. Yeah,
you know what I mean.
He would still have some kind of
something.
Some kind of, yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So Baxter Building would at least be like, good guys.
Would need to do that.
Yeah.
Or do that, and then that'll cause some kind of tension. Like,
that's true. But he'll be dead, probably.
Yeah. Always comes back to that. Oh, the other thing I was going to say, Silver Surfer.
What about him?
There was a rumor.
You read a thing.
There was a rumor that maybe Silver Surfer might be in Infinity War.
I don't know, man. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of things.
Yeah, but you could just a cameo or something. It would just be great. See, this is Marvel. That's what one of the things I'll say about Marvel is by the time the movie comes out, usually I know just about everything that's going to happen in the movie.
Yeah.
Because I'm so excited about it. I'll look into stuff and just everything leaks and we hear casting stuff. If they're ever going to surprise us with something, I want it to be in this movie. So if we're going to get something like that, a huge surprise, something we didn't know about, a character appearing that we didn't know would be in there, that's what I want. I want it in this movie more than anything else. So I'm hoping. I got my fingers crossed for something like that. All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and wrap this episode up. Do us a favor. If you like this episode, please let us know by subscribing to the podcast and leaving a review on iTunes.
Yeah, leave a positive review. Don't be a punk-ass bitch and leave one crying about how we don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Unless you got some actual cred to back it up.
Yeah, this is the most important thing you can do to help us out and help people find this show. Josh. If you're watching on YouTube, please like this video and subscribe to this channel and leave a comment down below. Let us know what you like, what you didn't like, what you're looking forward to Infinity War, if you haven't seen it yet. Everybody's probably already seen it by the time this is coming out. Share the show with your friends online on social media on facebook.com/theamazingnerdiverse, at amazingnerdiverse on Instagram, and on Twitter. I am at Jeff_Grants.
I'm at Steven Tukert.
And we are at Nerdiverse Pod, and go to theamazingnerdiverse.com for all that and very little more. And until next time, I'm Jeff Grants.
I'm Steven Tukert.
We'll catch you right here next time in The Amazing Nerdiverse.
Hit him! hope they remember you. Ha ha.